All right, so let me clear the console, and then this is where we stop the last video. Let me close this one, and the next one is going to be inputs. Okay, basic inputs. Dot py. All right, so now uh, let's begin with by declaring x equal 5, x equal 5, and y equals 8. Okay, now we are going to print this one. We are still working on the formatting. Okay, how to format your distance for this. Okay, so I'll bring the parentheses. I'll say okay, I'll bring this input. I'll say the the value of x is, then I'll bring curly braces like this. Okay, and the value of y is, I'll bring the curly braces again. Then at the end, I'll come here. I'll say dot format. You see the format here is showing there. Dot format. Then inside the parentheses, I'll bring x and y. You see that? The two. So if I print it, um, okay, let me run it for you to see. You can see the value of x is 5 and the value of y is 8. Can you see that? Magic, right? All right, so let me just put some small comments here. So the curly braces, okay, the curly braces are used as place holders. Okay, they are used as placeholders for the values. They are used as placeholder for the values. Okay, the curly braces, this one, they are used as placeholders. Okay, for the values. All right, so now without further ado, let's move to the next topic, which is Python inputs. Okay, Python, Python inputs, Python inputs. So you all know what is input, right? All right. So what actually is input? Okay, you know, if you're a developer, you might want to take the input from what a user. Okay, you might be willing to receive a data from the user to work with. Okay, so we call those data that you'll be receiving from the user through the console inputs. Okay, so and the syntax is what inputs. We call it the syntax for that is what inputs. Okay, you say inputs, you put inputs. Then okay, inside we say prompt. Okay, prompt, 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 like this. Okay, prompt. Okay, prompt. All right. So now, uh, now, how can we receive a data from the user? How can we do that? So we are going to do that by by declaring, by using input to take the data and store that data into a variable. So for instance, let's do this one. Okay, now let's say node equals inputs. Then I'll bring the this is the parenthesis, and then inside I will say okay, a number enter a number. Okay, enter a number. Then I'll go to the new line. So we can just do this one. We can move some space. You enter a number. Okay, we can better still you can bring column here. Okay, to space. Then you come to the new line. Then you say okay. print. Okay, you entered. You enter. Um. Okay, so let me do it like this. Then I'll put in like this. Okay. Now, so we can also get the data type of that. You can also say print. Print. Then this one say data type. Data type. Data type of name. Data type of name. Then we come here. Let me say type name. Okay, so this will give us the data type of the variable the user entered, okay, in the console. So let me run it for you to see. Okay, they say what? Enter a number. Okay, I'll add 9.9. You see that? So let me hit enter. You entered 9.9 and data type of no is what? A string. That was the main, that was like a string. I've entered what? A number. But it's saying what? A string. Mm. So the reason why I try to do this is for you to see why it is a string. Okay, we are going to explain that. Okay, so uh, okay, so now for you to receive the input from the user, this is all that you need to do, and then you enter a number, or you can enter. Okay, you can still run it again. Let me run it again. I think you can add JSON. Okay, JSON. Okay, you enter JSON string. Can you see that? So you can see that even though I put there, okay, enter a number, but it's printing what? A JSON. So it's printing a string data rather. So um okay, so now you can we remember we learned in the first video or two so that we can convert something, right? We can convert a data type from a data from one type to what another. And it is important for you to understand this particular thing. You've entered a number which is 9, but and then after typing the type of the number, they are telling you what it is a string. Why is this so? So it's also important for you to know the difference between uh, a string and integer, and then when to use them, and then how to convert one type to another. Now, to convert the user input into to receive a specific user input, like you want to receive a specific number from the user, so that means you have to convert it. Okay, then you have to say okay, print, print, and then inside, or okay, let's do like this, num 2. Okay, or num 2 equals print, then we open the braces, then you say inputs, then we say enter a number, enter a number, enter a number. So you can see that inside the print I tried to add no, not input, int rather, not input. Okay, yeah, not print. This place should be print. This should be int rather. Okay, sorry, input, in int input, and then enter a number. Okay, so now let me comment out these ones so that they will not flag the console for us not to have more space to see, not to have clear vision of what we are looking for. Now let me run it. You say okay, okay, don't mind about okay, this is the first print at the top. Okay, let me just comment out that one too. Save it and run the program again. Clear this one. Okay, oh, clear. Run it. So they say enter a number. So now I'm going to add 9.9 again. And this time around, okay, so let's we didn't say print. So let's say print, then we'll say okay, we'll add num2, okay, and also print type of num2, okay. So I can also print space here. You can do something like this. Let me see. All right. So enter a number. You can say 9.9. Okay, so let's put a space here so that we can have that here too as well. Clear the console. So let's run it. And see now you have space. Right? Enter a number. I'll say 9.9. So if I hit enter, okay. So you see, uh, oh, yes. See, you're having error. Why is the clear not working? I don't think it's. This one is not going. What? Okay, this gone now. Alright, so now let me run the program and then okay, this is this one is also showing. Let me comment out the other one here so that we can have this one, okay? Because this one will run first before this one. Since that one did not receive input, it won't allow this one to run. Let me comment it back. Let me uncomment it again for you to see what I'm talking about. Let me put two here. Two. Okay, not one rather. To differentiate between this input and this one, okay? Let me run it. Let me maybe you see. You see this one is printing that one first. So if this condition is not satisfied, the program won't run or it will move to the next one. So that is why I wanted to comment it. Okay, we can enter a number there, but that is not going to print it. Now you see the second one. So now it's now display this one. So now let this one let's add 9.9. If you hit enter, it's okay. Trace. Hey, we are having error. Okay, so invalid virtual for inputs with base 9.9. So they say enter a number. So let's clear it. So let me comment this one so that it should be fast. Okay, let me run it again. So now this time I'm going to add 9 alone. You see it's now it printed a 9. So the int that I set here, it means that it can convert this one, the 9.0 that I've entered earlier. So but if I change it to double, let me say double. So that's why if you're a developer, you have to calculate oh, no, not double, float rather. Floats. Okay. You have to calculate all those things before you start writing your program. If not, okay, you can also make sure to understand these things. 9.9. Okay. Now you can see it's now working. So that means, and then the type is floats. So that means there's a difference between int and floats. Okay. So I want you to watch these three videos and then understand that before we meet on Saturday. Okay. And okay, maybe I will send another one again, and then let's just keep learning, keep pushing, and then I hope you will become a software developer. All right, thank you. Take care and bye.